Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Swastika, and in this video I will be discussing with you some of the best books that you can find in the market out there for studying political ideology. Please keep in mind that I am recommending these books after I have personally studied them, gone through them, and I have found that they have been very useful to me in my 5 years of studying political science till the master's grade. So after a lot of thorough study and examination, I would recommend these political ideology books to you. But before I do that, I request you to please press the subscribe button. That's the red button at the bottom of the screen in case you are new here. So the first book that I would recommend just right off the bat for political ideologies is going to be this little red book by Andrew Haywood called Political Ideologies. So this is one of the most important books in political ideologies, and it covers a wide spectrum of ideologies from liberalism to socialism to feminism to multiculturalism, and it also has a chapter dedicated to a post-ideological age. So this is one of the few books that has really helped me throughout my bachelor's and has even proven useful during my master's. So in case you are somebody who's interested in a political science course, there is no way that you can go about doing that course without actually buying this book. So do go in for it, and it's readily available just about everywhere, from Amazon to your nearest bookstore to just about all the places. So you don't have to worry about looking for places to buy this book from because of its very high availability. The second and perhaps the most interesting question that people ask me is that, fine, I have bought this book and it's now there, but how do I go about reading these ideologies, and how do I figure out what are the important parts and what are perhaps not so important parts? The key question being that how do you go about reading this book in an effective manner? So you would see once you have bought this book that it is divided into different ideologies, as I've already stated, from liberalism to socialism. Each ideology has a separate chapter, a separate page, and you would notice that a lot of the chapters have these small boxes that sort of give you the definition of things. So the most important thing that I found while I was going through this book is to not ignore those small boxes of definitions, because a lot of the questions that they ask you in competitive and even for your bachelor's and even for your master's directly revolve around giving the correct definition to explaining certain phenomena. So this can very easily be done if you pay close attention to these small boxes and you just try to keep these definitions in mind to make that entire process of understanding ideologies easier. I would also say that this is not one of the easiest books, though it is a very articulate book for beginners, because some of the concepts are explained in a slightly tricky manner. So this is not something that a simple layman would perhaps easily understand. The second thing that I want to say, and which is perhaps another one of the key features of this book, is that it's divided into ideologies, and a lot of those chapters have these key thinkers that have been placed in the middle of the book. So what essentially happens is that if, for example, I'm talking about ecologism. So ecologism has a page, a double-sided page that is entirely dedicated to the key thinkers and the work they have done in ecologism. So a lot of the questions, especially your objective questions, are directly from these pages. You just have to remember the key thinkers and you have to remember the work they have done, and that is going to be covering at least 20% to 25% of your questions in objective papers. So this is very nice, and this is one of the major features of this book, and also an important thing that you should pay attention to while going through it, because it makes that entire task very easy. You don't have to sit down and understand that these were the thinkers and this is the work they have done. Andrew Haywood has already done that for you, and he's combined that into these pages where you just have to, take it as it is. You don't have to make short notes for it. It's already in a very shortened form. So this was one of the other important features. The last thing that I want to say that you can perhaps pay attention to and was useful for me during my stint till my master's course is that there is an index at the end. So in case you are you want to look for key terms like end of history or end of ideology, you can simply look for that in the index, and that can directly take you to the page from where it has been taken from. So it's very conceptually explained, and all the key concepts that you find confusing in all your papers and other things just become very easy with this index, because I know for a fact that a lot of the things I discuss like end of history, end of ideology become difficult terms to study and to understand just from the internet, because that perspective isn't quite related to political science. So for a perspective that is perhaps more relevant to political science, this is perfect, looking at the terms in the index and then searching them in the book. The last thing I want to say for people who find this tricky to begin with, because I've already mentioned that this is not exactly the easiest book to begin with, because some people might find it confusing who don't have a political science background. For them, I would say you can stick to O.P. Gauba. Like generally, I would never say read O.P. Gauba, because this book just left me more confused than ever. But if you are somebody who's having issues with the English or with the terms and how concepts have been explained, and you want it to be further broken down, then you can perhaps look at O.P. Gauba. But for all conceptual understanding and for all important and key concepts, you should definitely stick to Haywood, because it is not only explaining an ideology like, let's say, liberalism to you. It is going to also explain the key concepts that surround liberalism. For example, liberal socialism, participative, so on and so forth. So there are multiple concepts that are related to one ideology, and for that, this book is brilliant. But if you are again somebody who is confused and is finding that English tricky and is having issues with it, then you can stick to O.P. Gauba. But once you have sort of understood the basics, I would then definitely say that you should go back to Haywood. So I think this was all for today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and in case you have any problems, any doubts, don't forget to